Welcome to Friends Philosophy and Tea. Friends Philosophy and Tea is an event center, tea house, and co-op. And this series of videos is going to be introducing some of our co-op members. The first one being Michelle Regalado with CORE Seminars. So welcome.
Thank you, Astara.
Okay, tell me, Michelle, what is CORE?
CORE is a personal development company geared at people dedicating 4 days to gain more awareness about themselves and how they play in their world. Mm-hmm. And CORE stands for courage, ownership, respect, and empowerment.
And tell me a little bit about your teen CORE program.
The teen program is it started out with the teen program. The founder is Gail Manahan, and she worked with teens. She's a counselor. She designed the program to help teens build their self-confidence and to help them make healthy choices in life. And so many of the teens would get done with it and say, please teach my parents this stuff. And then that evolved into having the adult series seminars as well.
And can you tell me what the purpose of CORE is?
The purpose of CORE is to help people get to a place where they accept themselves, and therefore then they're more accepting for other people.
And what are the benefits?
By gaining awareness in your life, you know the areas that are going well, and you know the areas that you could work on and create improvement. I know sometimes in my own self, I'll say, this has got to change, something's got to change. And until I take the time to look at that something and figure out where in my something needs to be changed, I could still be making the same choices, which would then give me the same consequence. Mm-hmm. Choices have consequences, good consequences and bad consequences. And that's what's so fun about working with the teens, is because they get it. Mm-hmm. You know, they hear it from their parents. You're going to have consequences for this, or their teachers are going to tell them about their consequences. And when they're sitting in the room and they're listening and they see examples and they share their own personal examples because the seminar is very interactive. Mm-hmm. It's not just sit there and lecture. Each seminar is different because of the participation of the individuals mm-hmm. that they give. And so when they can learn from each other and we create this community or a little village, we really get the sense that I'm not alone in the world mm-hmm. and that you're here for me. And I can tell you anything and you'll still look at me with love in your face and love in your eyes, and I can still feel loved, even though I may have made choices that aren't lovable. And so that's one of the big things that we tell our teens, is that you're not your choices, you're not your behavior, you're not your past, you're not your appearance. You're a magnificent human being, capable of ruling your own world. And teens get such a big kick out of it because they are so wrapped up that their parents have them under their thumb, or their parents are running their life and you're ruining my life. And they come in with that mindset and they leave knowing that attitude makes the difference in their life, that relationships are a two-way street, and that, oh, maybe some of the choices I'm making has a reaction from my parents. And maybe if I change that choice, maybe the reaction will be different. Mm-hmm. So we play around with a lot of the ideas of CORE, and the kids get to almost reiterate back to us, what if I make this choice, I could have this consequence, mm-hmm. as opposed to I'm making this choice and this is my consequence. So it's so exciting.
How did you get involved in CORE?
I got involved with CORE because a friend of mine told me about it. She just gave me you'll love it. You're the type of person that you'll love this. You have to go. And it was like, yeah. And when she knew I was going through a divorce at the time, and our boys played ball together. And she said, CORE is perfect for going through transitions like you're going through. It helps you to know who you are. And when you know who you are, you have way more answers than you do if you don't. And the way she said it, I'm not sure if that's exactly the way she said it, I'm paraphrasing, but the way she said it really struck something in my heart. So, so I signed my kids up, and they kicked and screamed, and they said no. They thought it was a threat, that I was idly threatening them with this because they're so bad. Well, what can I do to be different? It's like, no, it's not a punishment. This is education, and any type of education is awesome. So after they went, they just gave it such a great approval, and my daughter's, the greatest compliment she's ever given me is, it's everything that you're teaching me. I just didn't want to hear it from you.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's powerful.
You're a dork. I want to hear it from somebody cool. Well, so then I went to CORE as in the adult program, and just really fell in love with the idea of that my kids and I now have a common language, that they can call me on it when I'm being the screaming mommy or the psycho mommy or whatever we want to call it for being human behavior. They could call me on it in a way that wouldn't push me further away. Or I could call them on their behavior, and just by saying, what did we learn in CORE? How can we incorporate some CORE tools into our conversation right now? And so we still do that today, and it's been 5 years since we all went through it. I think I'm getting all teary.
What type of follow-up does CORE have?
The follow-up programs, we have Encore, which is the second course of CORE. So CORE is, how did I get here? Why is my life the way it is right now? So we kind of go through processes that go from birth to today. And then Encore touches a little bit in the past, but mostly it's, okay, I've figured out how I got here. Now it's, what am I going to go with to my future?
When are your CORE seminars, and where are they held?
Where is here at the Tea House. And I love that. I love the community we're creating here in the Tea House. And when our next series we'll be having in the springtime, 2010, we're working on our schedule for 2010 right now. And the other wheres, if that's right to say, is that not only can we be at Friends Philosophy and Tea, we have also been at the Everett Event Center in Snohomish County and in other facilities type buildings.
So tell us a little bit, you said you have a new partner, Irv?
We just started our partnership in October, so that's when it kind of started really getting real, and now we're real, so he's a great motivator.
A great asset to your company.
Absolutely.
Great.
And to the community, to the world.
So what are the next steps for CORE?
I would really like to have programs more here at the Tea House that are not just the intensive, but a program to come on and to get the camaraderie. It's really important to hang out with people who have a like mind, mm-hmm. and to keep growing, because it is a process. It's not just take a pill and fixed.
If someone wants to find out more about CORE, where do they go?
We have a website, coreseminars.com, and my email information is on there. And we have an enrollment coordinator who works for us, and so her email is on there as well.
Now, I think on one of your web pages you talk about doing small businesses and corporations.
We have gone and supported businesses that want to have team building activities. They want to create a culture in their company that is more of a workers are friends. There's a lot of statistics that when coworkers are friends, they do more for each other, and that benefits the bottom line of increased productivity and increased dollars.
Mm-hmm. So anybody that has a small business or a corporation watching this video can contact you, and you'll come in and do a weekend workshop for their...
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Astara,
for joining us and being part of our family here at Friends Philosophy and Tea. And people can probably find you here periodically for some of our events, and
yes.
Irv as well. So,
right.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for doing CORE.